On the afternoon of November 30th, Paul Walker's life was cut short far too fast and furiously when he and longtime friend and business partner Roger Rodas lost control of the Porsche they were traveling in and crashed into a tree, at least what remains of a tree, causing the vehicle to burst in flames. Known best for his role as Brian O'Connor in the Fast and Furious movie franchise, his death caused an unprecedented outpour in response from thousands of fans who loved and adored him and unveiled the true man behind the fame. Unfortunately, we're standing here next to Paul Walker's crash site with one of his fans. What actually remains of the site, they cleaned up most of it, but there's still, a few markers here where you can ride on the sidewalk and on the curb here. I wanted to ask you, when you did hear about the crash, what ran through your mind? What were your feelings? Did you have any emotions, any thoughts when it happened?
Initially, I thought it was a joke. Thought it was a hoax. I was at work when I heard it, and heard it through a customer. I work in retail, and I just couldn't believe it, And then when I had the time to go online and look it up and realized it was true, it's very devastating.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And were you a fan of his Fast and the Furious franchise? Is that something that you watched often?
Since day one. I watched the original one back in 2001 on opening night, and it forever changed the way I viewed cars. It inspired me to learn how to work on engines and work on my own car and build my own car of my own. So
very nice. And considering, after the crash, actually, there was a lot of stories that came out of highlighting his humanitarian efforts and how he was a friend to a lot of people, and especially, the last couple of years on how he connected with his daughter. What do you think stands out the most from all of those? What do you think will be his legacy?
I think there's a two-part of his legacy. One is what he's done for his fans with his franchise, with his movies, as an actor, as a professional. The other end of it is the volunteer work that he did, going to Haiti and helping the people out there.
Oh, wow.
I do volunteer work myself, so I can completely, relate to him and what he did. And people are going to remember him for that too, because it wasn't something that he advertised, with the whole volunteer work. And I just learned about it after the accident. So he's going to leave a lot behind for people to remember him. Very good things too.
Absolutely. Well, guys, you heard it. His fan said that Paul Walker will leave a legacy. Hopefully, we can all take something from this, and we can strive to live a life like Paul Walker did. Paul Walker was not only a well-known actor, starring in the successful Fast and Furious series, but he was also a household name. With his boyish grin, deep blue eyes, and chiseled features, he was the epitome of what girls desired and what guys wanted to be. What set Paul Walker apart from all else who passed away in the last 5 years was his simplicity and humility. Preferring to spend his hours studying marine biology, voyaging, exploring, volunteering his time and resources to aid disaster victims, reconnecting with his daughter, and spending time with family and loved ones. Paul Walker was seldom seen in the public eye, yet he was loved by all. He loved his fans and used every afforded opportunity to connect and converse, almost as if to remind his fans that he was no different nor any more special than them. Amid his busy life and apparent fame, Paul Walker never missed a chance or opportunity to outstretch his kindness even to individuals who were complete strangers. It goes without saying that Paul Walker was a man of virtue. Virtue, modesty, and generosity. He didn't allow his popularity or good fortune to dictate or influence his character or his relationship with society. It is for this reason that many of us say goodbye to Paul with a heavy heart. He left this world with a legacy that transcends his life of fortune and fame, and embellishes his love for life in humanity, Mr. Paul Walker, or as some may prefer to call you, Mr. Brian O'Connor. If you can watch this, if you can hear this, thank you. Thank you for once again reminding all of us what truly matters in this life.